So the big beautiful bill just passed, making the Trump tax cuts permanent. And I was driving, I just thought about myself personally, because I qualify as a real estate professional because of the real estate business that we've built, and I spend a lot of time working on it. So according to the IRS tax code, I qualify as a real estate professional. So that gives me the ability to be able to declare all of my losses from real estate towards any income that I generate. So I was just reflecting on how I got myself in that position, and I trace it back to 2016 when I read Robert Kiyosaki's first book. The first book that I read was Second Chance at Your Money and Your Life. And in that book, he talked about how the system, the US system, was set up, how businesses can position themselves, and how as an individual you could position yourself to make more money and save more on taxes. And after that book, I also read the Cash Flow Quadrant. This was the one that really expanded everything for me, about the different quadrants that you could position yourself, the B, the I, and the E and the S. And when I discovered that framework, all I was doing was working as hard as possible to get myself over to the other side, which is the B and the I quadrant, because the people in the B and the I quadrant are the ones that end up saving the most on taxes.
Take the I-95 north exit toward New York.
Thank you. So, so they're the people that end up saving the most on taxes, because the IRS tax code is set up to incentivize people that help the government function well, which are businesses and investors. So now, as I sit here today, having been able to slowly but through hard work and consistency, able to get myself on the other side of the quadrant, which is the B and the I sides of the quadrant, and now this tax cut just went into effect. And I'm realizing that all that work that I put in has put us in a position where we get to pay less in taxes. You know, so for an immigrant, I came to the US 25 years ago with nothing, just chasing the American dream. Grateful to have a mother that sacrificed a lot to get me to this wonderful country. For an immigrant that came, and for the first 15 years of my life, I was just doing the traditional path. I wasn't doing anything extraordinary, just going to work, going to school to get a job, nothing extraordinary. And when I discovered this information about 9 years ago, I decided to make a change. And that change started. It wasn't like an overnight change, but it's an everyday, consistent effort. And 10 years later, I find myself in this position. So I was just reflecting, and I thought I'd share this because this is something that is possible for anyone. If I could do it, trust me, I'm not the brightest person out there. If I could do it, you too can do it. The system is the system. There's a common saying that do not hate the player, learn the game, right? It's a sad reality, but all the members of Congress, they're always going to do things that's human nature. They're always going to do things that favor them. All human beings are selfish, including you watching this video. All of us are selfish individuals, so we always do things that benefit us. So you have to understand the system and position yourself on the right side of the system. That's it. It might take a lot of work. It might take a lot of reframing of your mind, reframing of the way you think, of the way you look at things, the perspective that you have. But this is possible too. So so there are a lot of things about the bill that are not necessarily great, but one of the big benefits is like the tax cuts, especially for us real estate investors. The 100% bonus depreciation is permanent. What does that mean? It means we could buy a building, like the building we're closing on right now, 128 unit building in Georgia. We could buy a building like that, and then on closing, on closing, we do a cost segregation study. From that study, our cost segregation expert will come back and say, okay, this building is going to depreciate in value by maybe 10 or let's say $7 million. We're buying this building for $26 million. Let's just say $7 million. It's going to depreciate. It has like depreciable assets worth $7 million, right? And it's supposed to depreciate to zero in 27 years. What the law does is like you could claim all those losses. Instead of claiming it in 27 years, you could claim it in the first year. 100% bonus depreciation. So that means year one, us, the buyers, Excite Capital, that's Dr. Oni, Tenny, and I, and all of our investors in this asset, we could claim 100% of that $7 million in losses in the first year. Now, for us, for most of you busy professionals that invest with us, that means that you could use that money to go against any passive income that you've created. Just imagine, we just came from like one of the greatest bull runs in the stock market. There are a lot of you that have made a ton of money in the stock market and you're worried about paying taxes on it. That is passive income. Guess what? You could pull that money, invest some of it in real estate, invest $100, $200, $300, $400, $500,000, walk away with $40, $80, $200,000 in depreciation loss, and take that depreciation loss and apply it to all the income that you made in the stock market. Now, you're walking away with a tax-free gain on your stock market investment, and you are also investing in an asset. Buying this asset is still going to give you returns. Don't invest just for tax benefits. You're still going to get returns. But on top of that, you get to put more money back in your pocket. So what side of the game are you on? Get yourself on the right side of the game. Like I said, don't hate the player, learn the game.